so let's see what I'm given. They give me a demand function. X equals 2,000 square root of 900 minus p. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write this demand function not just as x anymore, but d of p, 2,000, and then let's put the 900 minus p. Am I doing the wrong one? I did 46. We'll try that again. Okay, start all over, guys. 45. We have x equals 600, 5 minus p to the 1/2. Okay, so I'll call that d of p. Maybe I'll distribute the 600. Might make it easier. 600 times 5 is 3,000. Minus 600 p to the 1/2. So there's d of p. I'll also need d prime of p. And I guess that's going to be, if I do 1/2 times 600, I get negative 300 p to the negative 1/2. Right? So now I'm ready for my formula. E of p is given by what? Negative, and then I need p, and I need d prime of p over d of p. So let's see, I get negative p times d prime of p, so I'll put this negative 300 p to the negative 1/2 all over d of p. So this big ugly denominator is 3,000 minus 600 p to the 1/2. Okay, so yeah, there's some algebra to work on here. Okay, let me see what happens. I'm going to multiply, and I get positive 300. What happens when you do p times p to the negative 1/2? No, because this is positive 1 and negative 1/2. So isn't this p to the 1/2 power? Right? Because it became negative 1/2 when I took the derivative. All over 3,000 minus 600 p to the 1/2. Can I cancel the p to the 1/2? No, no, no. Why? This minus sign right here is the reason I can't. You can only cancel if it's a common factor. All right. So now let me show you what I would do. I'm going to take this function. I want to know, hey, let's set it equal to 1 and see what happens, right? Although actually, it's funny, it doesn't say that. It says, is the demand elastic or inelastic at the $4 price? So for part A, I guess you could just compute E of 4, right? So I get 300, instead of p to the 1/2, let's write square root of 4 over 3,000 minus 600 square root of 4 and work that out. But what you asked me about was part B, so let me do part B instead of part A. It would be 300 square root of p divided by ugly denominator. Oh, I did? Good. Keep going? I mean, we're at the last minute. I think what I would do next is get rid of the fractions. You know, you could write 1 as a fraction, 1 over 1. But basically, when you clear the denominators out, you get 300 over square root of p equals this denominator. That's how you're going to get a fraction to equal 1, is you need the numerator and denominator to be equal. Okay? So now adding, I get 900 square root of p is equal to 3,000. And so I get the square root of p, well, I added 600, right? So the square root of p ends up being I guess 30 over 9, which is 10 thirds, if you divide both sides by 900. And so I get P is 100 over 9. And that's, yeah, just over 10. I think it's, well, I can look on my calculator.
I did that as,
Is that enough?
and I did that 1.5 up there. That was what I messed up.
Okay.
Instead of doing just 1.5.
We're kind of out of time, so I'll just kind of leave it there then.
That answered my question.
Good. If you guys have anything to turn